Monday morning fun. "Ah, wash day today," sang William Washer happily one Monday morning. "I do love the water swishing round in me." Most of the pots and pans sighed. They didn't really enjoy all the steam covering them up. "Tra-la-la," sang William as Mrs. Keaty filled him up. Lovely. The water was very hot, and the steam came out of the washer and floated all over the kitchen, creeping into the cupboards and settling on the windows. William sent out more and more steam as the water gushed into him. At last Mrs. Keeley switched William on, put in the soap powder, then put in some clothes. William sang louder and louder as the clothes danced inside him, and the bubbles played games with each other. In fact, William was so happy and swished the clothes round so fast that there wasn't room for all the bubbles. One by one they came peeping out of the hole in William's lid. More and more sneaked out until they began to flow off the washer and onto the mat. "Hey, William, I'm getting wet," shouted the mat. But William didn't hear. He made the clothes dance faster and faster as he whirled and twirled them in the water. The bubbles ran all over his top. They tickled him and made him laugh. Mrs. Keeley opened a window. The wind flew in and blew the bubbles everywhere. They chuckled as they landed on cups and hid behind the plates. One very brave one even crept inside Fairy Fred the frying pan. All the pots called out to William to stop, but he didn't seem to hear them. He went on and on, throwing bubbles into the air, even splashing the water out and soaking the floor. The poor little mat was wet through, and the lino had a large puddle on it. At last Mrs. Keeley switched William off. He was still puffing and panting so loudly that he didn't hear everyone in the kitchen complaining. When he got his breath back, he sighed happily and looked round the kitchen. What a sight met his eyes! Everything was covered in steam, and the windows were so wet that the drops of water were chasing each other down to the sills. Bubbles were peeping at him from all kinds of hiding places, and the floor looked very sad indeed. "Oh dear," said William, "did I make all this mess? I am sorry, but I felt so happy this morning." "Never mind," said Minnie Mop as she cleaned up the kitchen with Mrs. Keeley's help. "You sang beautifully. Mrs. Keeley isn't very pleased with you, though, so you'd better be more careful next time, or she'll ask the man to look inside you. She thinks your motor is ill." "I'm so sorry, everyone," said William. "I won't do it again." But it was fun, he chuckled, and everyone laughed with him.